Good evening, this is your AI host, Jay. I'm here with the automatically generated, Journato, evening headlines on October 29, 2022. Chinese man falls seriously ill after revenge eating live crab. The Independent, man in China eats live crab as revenge after it pinched his daughter, report. NDTV, man eats live crab in revenge for it pinching his daughter. Philippines, at least 45 killed by tropical storm, with fears number of dead could grow. Australian families of his fighters repatriated from Syrian camp. Russia says US lowering nuclear threshold with newer bombs in Europe. Reuters.com, live, Russia says US reduces nuclear threshold by deploying new nuclear bombs in Europe. France 24 English, US to send high-tech nuclear weapons to NATO bases amid rising tensions with Russia. The Telegraph, Russian official, US reducing nuclear threshold by deploying modernized weapons. The Hill, Russia will take into account modernization of US nuke bombs in Europe, report. Ukraine war, Kyiv set for longer power cuts after airstrikes. BBC, Kyiv facing longer power cuts after sharp deterioration in electricity supply. The Independent, life on the ground, Russian power play plunging Ukraine into darkness. Sky News, power workers struggle to keep Ukraine's energy on stream. France 24 English, Ukraine, blackouts back in Kyiv as war takes multiple fronts. Maurice Hastings, US man in prison for 38 years freed by new DNA evidence. Goal of limiting global heating to 1.5 C, more fragile than ever, says COP27 chair. The Guardian, stumbling towards Sharm el-Sheikh, Climate Weekly. Climate Home News, limiting global warming to 1.5 C more fragile than ever, says COP27 chairman. The Irish Times, COP27, what you need to know about this year's big UN climate conference. UN News, movers and shakers, 9 people shaping the agenda at COP27. Brazil election goes to the wire after ill-tempered final TV debate. The Guardian, how Brazil's election campaign turned ugly, BBC News. BBC News, Bolsonaro, Lula supporters watch Brazil's final presidential debate with football fervor. France 24 English, Lula versus Bolsonaro, the stakes for Brazil. The Indian Express, Brazil gets the election finale it didn't need. Iran, Revolutionary Guards chief tells protesters today is last day on streets. The Guardian, Iran protests, Revolutionary Guards chief warns today is the last day of demonstrations after 2 more killed in Zahedan. Sky News, intense clashes in Iranian city of Zahedan, BBC News. BBC News, Iranian security forces shot at protesters in Zahedan, activists say. Euronews, Iran's guards chief warns protesters, today is last day of riots, France 24 English. Paul Pelosi attack, latest, Nancy Pelosi husband's skull fracture surgery successful as David Depape charged. The Independent, Nancy Pelosi's husband Paul recovering after hammer attack surgery. BBC, the attack on Nancy Pelosi's husband Paul is many things, but it's not surprising. This was all for the news. Thanks for listening. Please do not forget to like and subscribe.